Hey yogis, today we're going to be having a block party. So the challenge is to always be touching both the blocks, whether standing on them, holding them, or leaning on them. We're going to be using 2 blocks. I've got cork yoga blocks, but you could use foam yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, then you could use cushions, but they are going to be more unstable. So if you want that extra challenge, go for the cushions. But if you've got blocks, even books could work, but obviously they will shift a bit with the pages. Blocks are your best option. When you're ready, let's energize today on your yoga mat. Let's get started. So then we're going to start with the block on the left side of the mat, left foot on the block, right foot comes up to hip height, and then we're just keeping the block between the hands in the chest for now. We're going to start with our pelvic tilt. So we're going to bring the pelvis to face forwards, tailbone faces the top of the mat, and then it's going to face back. Forwards and back. So we're trying to work within that full range of motion. Notice how that feels on the lower back. 2 more of these. And then coming roughly to the middle where it feels good for you. Then we're going to tap the right foot down, landing all at the same time. Then we suck that leg all the way back in. So we're still breathing normally here, but the foot taps down, then lifts back up to the same height as the left and slightly higher. So we've got 5 of those in total. We've got about 3 more left. We're moving slow with control for these. And then on the last one, we keep the foot at the same height as the left. And then we hinge from the hips, sending the hips back, flat back, and then lifting up. Good. 4 more of those. So 5 can be our lucky number today. 3, 2, last one. Good, coming back up to standing, keep that right foot lifted. We're going to go into a leaning lunge. Then bringing the short edges in between the palms, and instead of gripping the block, we're pressing palms into the block. We're going to step all the way back, extend the arms up to sky, take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to lean over that left leg. So we want to align right leg, torso, and arms all in the same line. Take 1 more breath here. Exhale, we'll bring the block all the way down to the ground. Walk that right foot to right side. And then maybe you're coming lower on the block. Keeping hands on the block for now. Take 1 more breath here. And then we'll take this into a twist. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches up to sky, look up to that hand. Then the hand comes down. We're going to pick up that block, bring it back to the chest. We're still leaning down in this lizard lunge. Then we're going to come knee to chest. Lift that right knee all the way up to the chest as high as you can. Eagle, cross the leg over, exhale, sit down. So we've still got left foot on the block and we're wrapping right leg on top of left leg. Squeeze the thighs together and the calves and that foot. When you're ready, we're going to extend that right leg back, warrior 3. So you can extend the arms down, still holding the block, or you can keep it in the chest. Now, think about your favourite drink, whether that's kombucha, gin, champagne, on the lower back, and we don't want it to fall. As the right toes face down, right knee faces down. Coming slowly back to our eagle pose, come back up, and back to our warrior 3. Eagle. Embracing those wobbles, warrior 3. And because our lucky number is 5, we're going back to our eagle, warrior 3. Last one, eagle. You got this. Warrior 3. And bring the right foot down to the ground. Place the left heel down, left toes stay on the block. We're taking a fold, bring the block down between the hands onto the ground. So we've got now a nice calf stretch in the left leg. Enjoy this fold. And bring that block under the left foot in left hand. Both blocks are now in front of us. We're going to step the right foot back, walk the left foot to right side, pigeon pose. Bring the shin down, walk right leg all the way back. Bring the block under left hip, keeping block in right hand and left hand now. We're going to bring forearms perhaps down, or maybe you're going to stay on hands. Maybe forehead comes to the block. Allow that left leg to relax a bit. Allow it to stretch out. Whether you want to flex into that left foot, if that's in your practice. Allow the breath to slow down. That is an intense flow from just using a block. And if you're using foam blocks, more kudos to you, because I know that they're even more unstable. We take one more breath here. Lifting that torso back up, we bring right block on the highest setting, left block comes to the top of the mat, and then we're going to tuck back toes, lift that knee, come back up to standing, stepping both feet at the front of the mat, forward fold. Blocks in both hands, we're going to roll all the way up to standing. Let's do that on the other side. So remember, we did left leg first. Most people are right-legged, so that's why I've done this for you. You'll be thanking me later. So we're going to place a block under right foot. So step that right foot on it, spread the right toes, come to standing. So first of all, we bring block into chest, left foot level with right. We start with our pelvic tilts. So forwards and back with the pelvis. We're just building stability here, warming up the lumbar part of our spine. Maybe even noticing how the glutes are feeling. 2 more. And then back to that position that feels good for you as we tap the left foot down all at the same time and lift it back up and higher. 5 times in total. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it the same height as we hinge from the hips forwards. That kind of flat spine. And back. So our spine isn't really flat, but we want to aim to lead with the length in the spine rather than rounding down as the hips go back and our chest goes down. We've got 3 more of these. 2. Last one. We lift the torso up. We step the left foot back, bend into front knee, lift the arms up. So remember, we've got the short edges, in between the palms, fingers aren't doing anything. We're pressing the palms into the block. Shoulders up to the ears as we lean over, right leg now. Take one more breath here if you can. Kick through that back heel. And then the left hand comes down with the block. We walk left foot to left side. So we're in our lizard lunge. So remember, you can bring the block lower, but we still got right foot on a block. And then we're going to take our twist. Left hand stays down, right hand up to ceiling, look up. So think about twisting from the middle of the spine for this one. And then hand comes down. Grab that block, stay as low as you can, bring the block into the chest. Then left knee to chest as we lift up in one swift motion. I didn't quite manage on this side. Take a breath in. Exhale, eagle. We wrap that leg on top. Squeeze the thigh, the calf, the outside of the left foot into the shin. And then we come back, straightening that right leg into our warrior 3. So feel really strong with both legs here. Both legs are working hard. Lifting back up into our eagle. Back to our warrior 3. 3 more times in your own time, but remember to go slow. Knowing that every wobble is a service to our mind and body, that it's setting us up for when we're 101 years old and maybe we experience a wobble, our brain will remember this and help us out, help us find that core stability. Good. So we've got 5 of these. If you're on your last one, we're nearly there. And then for the last one, we bring the left foot down, right heel off the block, right toes stay on the block, we take a fold, hands come down. Enjoy that sweet, sweet calf stretch. Take a couple of breaths here, maybe bending slightly in both knees, head is hanging down. And then removing both blocks, one in each hand. This time we step the left foot all the way back, right foot to left side, pigeon pose. Walk that left foot even further back. Then we bring that block under right hip, block in both hands, maybe staying upright or lowering down, bringing that block underneath the forehead. Take your rest here in any way that looks like for you. Last breath in our pigeon pose. And then lifting that torso back up, blocks underneath hands, tuck the back toes, lift that knee, step the foot in, step right foot down, take your fold, both hips up to sky. And then blocks to the chest in the fold. Round the upper back, round the lower back, roll all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Have a little shake out, a little wiggle, maybe a little clap with the blocks. Well done you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you again on your mat soon.